dramatic prom makeup look today. It's very fluttery, very glowy. It's perfect for a time out like that or a special occasion, so you can really use this for multiple things, but we're focusing on prom this time because it is a special day for all you high schoolers out there. A very bright purple cut crease with shimmers and lashes, wing liner, gloss, highlight, glowy contour, structure, everything. You get everything in this tutorial, so I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think after this tutorial. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get started on this prom makeup tutorial, and let's get fabulous. So of course, the first thing you must do is prime the eyes, keep the eyeshadow all day long, go have fun, go party. So let's go ahead and use this Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eye Primer. Just applying some only on the fingers. I'm going to go ahead and begin to massage this into both eyelids. Okay, so to begin with the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take Violet by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the crease. I'm going to go ahead and take the shadow into that crease line and begin to blend away. So for the next shade, I'm going to go ahead and take Rosette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to kind of work that into the outer corner of that crease and the outer lid. I'm changing up my brush there and using a Morphe crease brush. It's almost like a dome brush, and it really helps get it into that crease and make really fine details within that area. My main focus for this shadow is to add dimension within the outer corner and just let all the colors blend together really nicely. Taking Deep Plum by Anastasia Beverly Hills again, I'm going to go ahead and use that same crease brush by Morphe, but this time go ahead and tap it lightly right at the edge of that brush. For this step, I'm just going to lightly pat it at the outer corners, begin to smoke out this outer corner lash line here. So I really do want to give this eyeshadow more pop and more color towards this. So I am taking the Electric palette by Urban Decay. Urban is a beautiful signature color by Urban Decay. It's this purple one right there, and it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful bright purple, but when infused with colors like this, it becomes very nice and smoky. I'll be taking Urban with that 224 brush by MAC and lightly apply it towards that crease line. Working this way into the eye socket area, I'm just going to go ahead and back and forth and blend this into that violet we use in that crease. This is going to build up shade and structure within the eye socket. Okay, for the second color, I'm going to go ahead and take Jilted, and I'm going to work that into the top corner of my crease and begin to smoke it out throughout the crease area. Using that same 224 brush, I'm just going to lightly dust it into that crease. A little bit much higher than the Urban we applied. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and take Rosette again with a Morphe pencil brush, and this is just to get really precise under that lower lash line. Just smoke it out. Go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line using Deep Plum again by Anastasia Beverly Hills. To give myself a layer of shimmer, I'm going to go ahead and take Glisten by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is going to help our glitter that we're going to use later on stick onto our eyelids much more easier and grab hold of the pigment. That I am using a Morphe compact brush. I'm just going to go ahead and pack this onto the lid. So for the start of the show, I'm taking this 8 stack by MICA Beauty, and they are just glitter pigments that you apply on the eyes, and they're just extremely beautiful. They make the eyes stand out and pop. I'm gonna go ahead and take the third one on this row, and it's a golden bronze, and you can buy this separately. It's called Carnival. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful golden tone pigment eyeshadow. We'll be taking that same compact brush by Morphe and just apply towards the eyes. So working with pigments like this, I normally want to start in the inner corner and just let the pigment finish off whatever I have on the brush. Begin to lightly tap to the outer corner, and that's going to make a fading effect. So I'm going to go ahead and create my wing. I'm using the Tarte Tarteless Clay Paint Liquid Liner. This has been acting up recently. I barely even use it, and it's a little bit dry, so I don't know about that Tarte. Maybe it's mine, or it could be yours too. I don't know if you guys have the same problem, but let me know if you guys do. Then it's just not mine. So mine has been drying up a little bit lately, so we'll see. Just in handy, I have my drugstore liquid liner here just in case. I like this much more than this to make it more fast and easier. Taking this little angled brush from Tarte that it came with this liner. It's really good, by the way. It's amazing. Go ahead and create my wing. So we're not going with the Tarte. I'm gonna make my life 10 times easier. I'm gonna go ahead and use my drugstore liner because it's not working. So it's time for mascara and curling our lashes. We're going to go ahead and curl and lash. Using the Super Stretch Ulta mascara, I'm going to go ahead and begin to add volume. So what I basically like to do is I like to curl and then apply mascara because it's much easier to get them to stay curled. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and just pause for a second. I'm going to apply concealer and powder and all that, so I'm just going to wait until the end for this. Lashes, they are drugstore, and I just applied 2 demi wispies on top of each other, and they created something very beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and use my Moodstruck Mood Liner, and this is in the shade Perfect. This is a pure black charcoal cream liner, and I love this because it does grab hold of your wing liner, your waterline. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my skin using this Mattifying Step 1 by Makeup Forever primer, and this is just going to help my oils under control through the whole night and keep it nice and under control, because it can get a little bit messy and shift around the makeup, and it's just not what we want. So we want to keep it there, glamorous, fabulous all night, and this is for me. If you guys are oily skin, I do recommend this. It is a good product. Go ahead and take some on my finger and apply towards the areas I do get the most oil. So I'm going to go ahead and use a second primer, but this primer is from Tarte. It is a Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer, and it just basically smooths out any imperfections, any textures, and fills in the gaps with any of the blemishes you do have. So we'll go ahead and just smooth it into the face. I'm gonna go ahead and color correct this beard I have here. This is my 2 o'clock shadow, and use this Pro Concealer by LA Girl, and this is in the shade red, I guess, orange concealer. It's the orange concealer. I'm just gonna go ahead and block out any unwanted tones and colors. So I'm gonna use this for under my eyes and for the beard I have growing on. Go ahead and blend that out with a damp beauty blender. This is the Younique Miracle Sponge. Do hold it for under the faucet for a couple of seconds. Rinse it out a couple of times and it's going to be perfect, good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and begin to blend away. And guys, it's going to look a little bit weird, but it's okay. For my foundation, I'm going to go ahead and use this Clinique Repair Wear Laser Focus. And this is just a mattifying foundation that's going to help me stay and grab onto my skin for the whole night. It is amazing. It is a bit thick, I can say, but it is very creamy and very easy to blend. It's very blendable. So I'm going to go ahead and pump some at the back of my hand and take whatever's left on the back of my hand and begin to distribute throughout my face. Go ahead and brighten up the skin in areas I really want to go ahead and lighten up and bring more attention to it though. I'm going to go ahead and use the LA Girl Pro Concealer this time again, and this is in the shade Creamy Beige. This is my tone. They have different ranges of tones and shades for you, so you go ahead and pick yours. Depending on how light you want to go, I normally just go 2 shades lighter than my actual skin tone, and that works for me. Using the pointed side of my beauty blender, I'm going to go ahead and get into that inner corner and just begin to blend away. Like I said, we're going to work with a lot of concealers, powders, foundations, so this is why we are doing a mascara for our lower lash line last. To contour and give myself some more cheekbones and dimension within that cheekbone area, I'm going to go ahead and use a LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm going to use this as to contour. Taking that same beauty blender, I'm going to go ahead and just blend and pat away. For more precise for my nose, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the beauty blender to a wedge form and begin to blend like that. I have to blend awkwardly with my eyes open because my lashes do get in the way. Go ahead and set the whole skin with this powder and just pressing it into the whole skin. This is going to keep our makeup lasting all night from creasing or shifting within the day or the night. So for this part, this is where I want to coat my lower lash line. Now we have foundations and powders and creams and everything set to go. So I'll go ahead and use my oldie, very, very oldie but goodie, the Colossal Volume Express Mascara. I know it's not good, but this is my favorite one for my lower lash line. So I will use it. Applying more shade and giving myself more definition within my cheekbones, I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. For this shade, I'm going to go ahead and take the middle one with an angled Morphe brush, and this is just going to help me carve out my cheekbones. To lighten up the skin, I'm going to go ahead and use the banana powder right in the middle, and I'm just going to go ahead and take that to my lower jawline. Apply that with a Morphe buffering brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and lightly tap it. Apply towards the lower jawline. This is going to intensify the angle of our contour. That Kat Von D Shade and Light palette is kind of unnecessary, but for me, I like to keep myself matted and set throughout the day. So I go in with liquids and creams, and then I set it with powder. So that's up to you guys. That's, you have to take this extra step to add more color towards my cheekbones and give myself some warmth. I'm just taking this NARS blush, and this is in the shade Glow. Probably butchering it, but it's called Glow, G-O-U-L-E-U-U. Taking Champagne Pop by Becca and Jaclyn Hill. This is a beautiful golden champagne color. It has a beautiful reflex of gold in it, and it's beautiful for a special time or special occasions, or you can just wear this on a nice day out. Be glowy, it's spring. You can rock it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it toward the high of the cheekbones. I do like to make a duck face first and then just highlight away. For this part as well, I'm going to go ahead and take some on my smallest finger and begin to apply towards the Cupid's bow. This is going to add a little bit more dimension and define our top lip a little bit more. We're taking the Marvelous Moxie by Bare Minerals lip gloss, and this is in the shade Rebel. This is one of my favorite all-time colors. We'll go ahead and fill in my brows and we'll be good to go. To our final touches before we do end with this tutorial here, go ahead and take the same highlighter Champagne Pop and begin to apply that towards the outer corners of our brow bone. So for the last step, I'm gonna go ahead and use the All Nighter Setting Spray by Decay, and we want our makeup to stay like hairspray. The setting spray is amazing, so it will last you all night long and just make the longevity of your makeup much more wearable and not shift throughout the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's very dramatic, very glowy, very lip gloss-y. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you want to go ahead and recreate this? Let me know. Tag me on Instagram if you guys do. On social media, hashtag SkyFrostMakeup for me to see it. Go have fun, be safe for that day. I love you guys so much. Don't party too hard, and I love you guys. See you guys soon.